As always, Ted, kicks off. Who do you have as your winner of the week?
Duke. How about that W on Monday night? Our buddy Dusty Dvorak on the call. That was a fun game to watch. Now if you're a Clemson fan, that was a miserable game to watch. But Duke, man, they look like the better football team. Now I know Clemson made a lot of horribly timed turnover errors and all that, but it looked like Duke was the better football team. It did not look like a fluky win by Duke at all. Clemson, a lot of the same type of struggles we saw a year ago. Klubnik, inconsistent. He's got some really good ability, but he makes a lot of mistakes. So that was a huge win for Duke. Had Coach Steve Spurrier there, like they were celebrating. I think they won a conference championship, and it was one of the reunions for that. Had a bunch of those guys there. Awesome moment. Stormed the field, cost their school some money, but who cares? It was worthy of the celebration.
There's so much to unpack from that game, and Tom Luganbill talked about it on the broadcast. The craziest thing was that like Clemson didn't look faster than Duke.
No.
Which you
Other
got to
than
give Mike
Klubnik
Elko
chasing down that guy on that horrible fumble down going in the end zone.
Yeah, that guy,
He
number
ran up
2 for
fast.
Duke, the corner that got hawked by Klubnik, he's going to get so much shit from the guys in his room. Oh my gosh.
Never
But
going to
other
live
than
that one
that,
down.
man, I thought Duke was physical. I thought that they looked pretty dang fast at the skill spots, and they had the better quarterback. Right? I really liked what I saw from Riley Leonard. That was shocking. Right? I liked Duke to cover the spread, but to win in that fashion, I mean, that's got to have Dabo question everything he stands for, man. That was, especially the way that it ended. Like we all know, hey, Clemson defensive line, right? You're not going to run it on them. Not only did Duke run it on them, they ran it on him when Clemson knew they were going to run it.
Line it up. Here we go. This is wild, man. This is wild. There's a lot of people out there that are starting to speculate that it was fun while it lasted with Clemson, but things are coming to an end there. So I don't know. I think that's a bit premature. They still have a pretty good roster. They're still recruiting well. But they got to get something figured out, man. It changes things whenever you're not so sure what you got at quarterback, right?
Well, I was under the impression that Dabo hired Garrett Riley to come in and run his stuff. I did not realize that Dabo was taking the Saban approach to that, where he was like, no, we brought him in to run Clemson's offense. If I would have known that before the season started, and maybe it was reported on and I just missed it, that was a massive red flag when I heard that before that football game. I was like, wait, what now? And
Well,
the offense, I mean, it was a little better. You can't turn the ball over inside the 10-yard line going in, right? Yeah, you're taking points off the board, but just let Garrett Riley run his stuff.
well, so I didn't hear the comment, and you heard it. It was pregame. I thought it was postgame. You heard it
I heard
before.
it. I just saw it on Twitter, so I don't.
Okay. Well, I I wonder if it's Dabo trying to shoulder some of the responsibility because I'm sure they know they can tell. I doubt they went into Duke thinking, "Hey, we got one of the best offenses in the country. This is going to be amazing." They probably are pretty aware of their weaknesses, right? And I wonder if that's him trying to spread some of the blame around instead of it all end up being pointed directly at Garrett Riley. But I don't know. Maybe that's the optimistic view of it there. Maybe he did come in there to run Clemson's offense. Don't know.
Well, Dabo, and they got to start using the portal, or they're not going to win national titles anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at what Florida State looked like against LSU. All those transfer guys that are massive impact players for them. Keon Coleman balled out on offense, right? He came from Michigan State. Jared Verse, their best player on defense. He came from Albany. Dabo has refused to adjust what he does, and they're going to fall behind from the elite of the elite as a result of that. So until that changes, I don't think Clemson is going to be like a legit title contender.
He's kind of backed himself into a corner on it too.
Yeah.
He's
going to have to admit defeat.
And that's, hey, if that's all you have to do is admit defeat and start doing something that you didn't do before and know that it's going to work or know it's going to help you, then that's a pretty easy path, right? But getting that started by admitting the defeat that's the tough part. That's how you get the ball rolling. And sometimes people aren't willing to do that. Let's see how stubborn he is.
You got to be willing to dip into the portal and got to get that NIL situation figured out to get those guys out of the portal.
Yep.
He's going to have to swallow his pride if he wants to get that program back to what they were doing when they were winning national titles.
I agree.
All right, who do you have as your loser of the week?
I had to go with the Chiefs. The Travis Kelce news with the knee, and just a weird situation there happened in practice. Now, knee injuries. They were saying, well, we don't think it's all that bad, but they have to wait for the swelling to go down to do the X-ray or the MRI. That sounds pretty bad.
So when I blew my knee out, right? And mine was what? ACL, MCL, partial PCL, like my knee exploded essentially. My knee didn't really swell. So the fact that his is swollen up, usually not a good sign.
I guess like they said he hyperextended. I guess you could like tear a bursa sac or something on the back of it and it swells up real big. And that's not necessarily that bad, but I don't know. Whenever I saw that he hyperextended it, I was like, oh, okay. But then I read that they can't do the MRI until the swelling's down. I was like, well, that sounds like it could be a little bit more. And he's a huge part of that offense, with some of the pieces that they've had to replace and everything. I'm curious to see how that goes. Needless to say, I think the opener is going to be awesome against the Lions. That's going to be cool. But they got a lot of time. They'll be fine. I'm wondering how Kelce's going to be down the stretch for the Chiefs. Not good news right out of the gate. And I feel bad for people that had their fantasy draft too early. And those early Travis Kelce takers are going to be upset.
Yeah. I'm hoping Kelce gets back quickly because he's so fun to watch. Man, he's just so fun to watch. You can call him a tight end. He's their best weapon. That's what he is.
Yep.
Right. And especially you factor in the chemistry that him and Mahomes had. But
God, they're possibly without Kelce and Jones, right?
Yeah. Now, if Kelce can't go, what an opportunity for the Belldozer to catch some balls. Let's go, brother.
Awesome.
He'll probably just be blocking people. But red zone, watch out now. Andy Reid will be sneaky. Get the ball to 81. Come on, Andy Reid. Let's do it.
Hey, if I know Blake Bell, when he gets a little bit of a window of opportunity, he usually knocks it out of the park.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's get to my winner and loser of the week. But first,
elevate your tailgate with Chapel Supply and Equipment in Oklahoma City. Chapel Supply and Equipment has generators and inverters on hand that'll give you all the power you need so you can take your tailgate to the next level. They also got the top of the line heaters to keep you warm during the cold tailgates later in the season. They're Oklahoma owned and operated. Elevate your tailgate by calling 405-495-1722 or visit chapelsupply.com. That's CHAPPELL supply.com.
And First Fidelity Bank is a full-service financial institution based in Oklahoma with tailored solutions for all your personal and business needs. Checking accounts, saving accounts, home loans, and much more. They do it all. Whether it's online banking from your computer or mobile banking from your phone, everything is stress-free with FFB. Making mobile deposits, paying bills online, and moving money to different accounts could not be easier. Come on, people, make your life easier and go bank with First Fidelity Bank. Visit ffb.com for more information.
Head to opolisclothing.com for our podcast merchandise and the best OU gear out there. That's OPOLIS clothing.com. Use promo code TED, TED, for 10% off. That's opolisclothing.com. Use promo code TED for 10% off. Buttery soft and 10% off.
For my winner of the week, thought about going with Ben Shelton. You watch any of that?
No.
The tennis? The tennis was good.
I saw some highlights.
Watched a lot of it. And, man, now I like Tiafoe a lot, right? Just because I've watched some of the Netflix. It's called like Breakpoint, right? It's kind of like the Drive to Survive, but for tennis on Netflix. And he's a really likable dude. But it's Ben Shelton guy. It's like 20 years old. Entertaining as hell to watch play tennis. My goodness. Serves the ball like 140 miles an hour, does a bunch of screaming and yelling. One of the sweatiest guys I've ever seen. I mean, dude was just sweating all over the place, but I'm excited. I think he's got Djokovic on Friday in the semifinal. I mean, I can't wait. He's American. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, that's I'm down for that. The tennis has been on. That's been good. I saw what some of the Jets guys went up there to one of the matches. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but that was fun to watch, and I'm rooting for that guy. But winner of the week, only one choice. NFL, it's back, baby. It's coming. I'll be sitting on the couch Sunday, stress-free, soaking it in, watching the best football players on planet Earth. And you look at the slate, some intriguing football games. You mentioned the opener, right? Lions at Chiefs on Thursday night. A lot of love for the Lions heading into the season, and it's Patrick Mahomes, right? It's must-see TV. We'll see about Kelce, but it's Mahomes. Got to watch. Excited to watch Baker and the Bucs take on Minnesota, right? You got Bengals at Browns. I'm interested to see how Burrow looks, but also, is Deshaun Watson good, or is he just bad now?
I don't know. It's interesting that
with all the offseason, off the field stuff, I kind of hope he's just bad now.
I know. I somehow have found myself being a Bengals fan, as odd as that is, like pulling for the Bengals. And
Joe Burrow, dude, he makes the Bengals so cool.
I know.
He's awesome.
They're fun to watch. Head coach from Norman, mix in there. Like they're a fun team to watch. Joe Burrow he's exciting. Now I hope he's all right. He's back. He's playing. I hope there's no lingering effects there and he doesn't re-injure that thing, because that changes things a lot for them. But gosh, he and Jamar Chase are just incredible little matchup. We're doing.
Yeah. You also got the Eagles at New England, honoring Brady, your guy. Will not be surprised if Mac Jones struggles and they chant, "We want Brady," there at Gillette.
Pick him up on a one-day contract. Think he may be on the active roster just for fun. That would be awesome, by the way.
Yeah. I would not be shocked. You got Green Bay at Chicago, right? Can Justin Fields take a step? Is Jordan Love any good?
Dude, the NFC North is it's so weird without Aaron Rodgers at Green Bay, isn't it?
Right.
It's different.
Then Sunday Night Football, you're getting Dallas at the Giants. Then Monday Night Football, you're getting Buffalo at the Jets, which can Buffalo just kill all the Jets buzz, right? That's going to be an awesome.
Not a great matchup to start off, but
no,
that's going to be good. Are they finally not doing the dumbass 2 Monday Night Football games?
Maybe they are, and I just messed it up.
No,
I think they're only. I think it's only one.
Okay, good.
Let me look. I've only got one. Monday, September 11th. So
Good.
I only see one on the ESPN app. Maybe it's messed up, but that's what I've got.
That's good. That's how it should be. They want all the eyeballs on that Buffalo and Jets game, which what an opener. Like that's I don't know, you kind of almost don't want that as an opener. I don't know if it's necessarily fair for the division to have it right out of the gate before teams can settle in a little bit, because like that could this game one of the season could decide the entire thing.
Yeah. And it's on 9/11.
Yeah.
In New York, or I guess New Jersey, but that's going to be, I'm sure there's going to be some cool stuff there. All right. For my loser of the week, I'm going with George Kliavkoff and the Pac-12 leadership. Throw Larry Scott in there as well, because I was thinking about last weekend in college football. Pac-12 didn't lose a game, right? 12-0. They're 13-0 on the season, right? Because USC's already 2-0. Now you think about the highlights. Colorado's win over TCU. Utah's win over Florida. Caleb Williams and USC looked awesome. Michael Penix and Washington looked fantastic. Both of those guys figured to factor into the Heisman Trophy, along with Bo Nix there at Oregon. They scored 1 million. Cal scored 58 on North Texas. It's the first time, Ted, since 1932 that every team in the Pac-12 won their opener. The Pac-12 is going to be amazing this year. It's quite possibly the most interesting conference in all of college football, with the way that it looks like it could shake out. And it's a constant reminder of how the conference's leadership mismanaged this entire situation. I mean, it's just lingering over this entire season for the Pac-12. God, they have to be just miserable watching how much fun that league is going to be this year, knowing that it's about to die.
Lately, their rum drums of their conference are excellent, including one that is now a national story and maybe getting more attention than anyone else out there. The level of quarterback play, this may be the greatest quarterback talent assembled in one conference at one time ever.
At least 10 of the 12 have found landing spots in new conferences, which makes it even worse, right? Conferences saw the value of those teams, right? Networks saw the value of those teams.
Gone. Just gobbled up.
And the leadership just somehow couldn't keep it together, and then they couldn't get a TV deal done.
Hey, I mean, I'm with you. I blame leadership, but also think about the people that you're leading. How thankful were the folks coming to the Big 12 for getting that opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Some of the comments and stuff. It's like I can kind of imagine why it was difficult to get everyone together and on the same page there in the Pac-12.
Yeah, there's that. There's no doubt. But they could feel even more pain this weekend, right? Because they got a chance to flex this weekend. Utah at Baylor, Nebraska at Colorado, right? Oregon's going to Tech. Washington State gets Wisconsin at home. Like Arizona goes to Mississippi State. Cal plays Auburn. I mean, Oklahoma State, they're going to Arizona State. What an opportunity for the Sun Devils. Like, we could come out of these first 2 weekends in college football going, are we sure the Pac-12 isn't the deepest conference in college football? And it will just add to the misery that the fact that this thing is dying.
Wait, can we bring it back together? Can we get the band back together? Is it too late?
Is it too late? The
contract's still good.
Yeah. No,
it's wild though, man. I love the Utah about to show everyone what's coming to town. K-State West is coming to town, baby.
Yeah. I do not like Baylor's chances in that game.
No, I don't either.
But we'll see. Maybe the Pac-12, if they have another undefeated weekend, boy, they're going to be the talk of college football. But just, yeah, it's dying. It's the last year. And you just look at it like, man, there's some really good football in this conference. Why are they letting it break up?